First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, tag 50 left. 40 gut. 40 gut. Tag 54.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Hey, tag 50 left. Go here. Hurry up, get that.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
All right, here we go, here we go.
Play action. Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. It's caught. Jones. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now it's Trubisky. And Miller with it over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Trubisky will throw. Finding Gabriel complete. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Trubisky with the give to Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And it's caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They start on the ground here with Blunt. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run it here with Gunn. Runs over it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the ball.
They go play action here on first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Stafford. Looking left side. That's caught by Macklin. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on third down.
Yep, they're in the nickel.
10.
Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. Here's the battering ram blow. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. To the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Hurry! Let go here, too! Check 40 got! 40 got!
A second down run for Abdullah. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Now Stafford. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And shoves him off at the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Jordan Howard with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. So out now come the Lions. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He'll hit his running back, Amir Abdullah. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. On second down, here's Stafford. To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Stafford gives to Abdullah on the draw. And Abdullah lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. Stafford now to throw. A dump off for Abdullah. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now.
22! Zero!
Throwing on third down, Stafford. It's complete. Abdullah. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Stafford now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, it's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. Touchdown, Detroit. Golden Tate, 40 yards. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Red, up. Red, up. Come. 18.
On first down, Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Miller on the catch over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Hurry. Red, up. Red, up. Gotta go.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
18. Move.
Now it's Trubisky. Going up top for Miller. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
18.
out of the gun. Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Red, up! Hey, 18. Get up!
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Hey, gotta go. Blue. Red, up! Blue.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Gotta go. Hey, 18.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They pitch out to Howard. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hurry! Red, up!
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a 2nd down. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, gotta go. Hands up.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he finds Howard complete. We'll call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Running with Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. Flush to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sean Robinson in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Riddick. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receivers. Because the first 7 yards kind of belong to the offensive line and the running back. Anything after that means the wide receivers did a great job of blocking downfield, being willing to mix it up, and give them some more space to gain additional yardage.
Here we go.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Stafford now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They pitch to Abdullah. And some room to roam now. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Now a carry for Blount. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field. Again, here's Blount. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Blount. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Blunt. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 21. On the toss play, Howard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Howard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of... And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jonathan Bullard in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And a loose football. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the handoff, this is Howard. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A give to Howard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 16. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Lions have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Back to throw. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He's back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Tate. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Back to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah in the final minute. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Extra point good by Prater. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a second down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Grover Quinn, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They'll run again with Blunt. And running with power here. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.